Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well today. I'm Taffany, and welcome into Tika's Gardens. Well, it is supposed to get into the 20s Saturday evening, so I decided I would get out today and do some cuttings of my Mexican heather so that I can propagate them for the courtyard garden. If you saw my previous video, I gave you an idea of the direction I want to go in for back there, which means I need quite a few Mexican heather to line all 4 beds, plus that really small back bed at the very far end of the courtyard garden. So in order to do that, I'm going to try to propagate. I was thinking about it and reading on it, are there seeds or anything, a way to do it cheaper than buying live plants? And I have not found seeds, but I did, read about being able to propagate. And one of you wrote me, I believe Stephanie, and suggested that I should propagate it, that it would be easy. So as I said, when I wrote you back, you kind of motivated me to go ahead and give it a try. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut. I don't know if I'm going to get this many. I figure if I can get about 60 from the, cuttings and just grow them, inside until March. That way, as the cold weather, kind of comes and goes between now through February, once the end of February comes in, the first week of March, we're usually pretty much done. So I'll be safe to bring them out. But until then, they'll be in the house. So I've got some paper cups that I brought out, and I'm just going to do my clippings and drop them in the cups, and I'm going to put them in some water as I prep the trays to put the propagated cuttings in. So that's the plan. I'll be doing that part inside. I felt a few little raindrops, but I don't think it's going to rain today. But the idea is to try to get 60 from what I have. So let me grab my pruners, my trimmers, whatever you want to call it, my pruners, and let's get started. Tika is scratching my tree again. Tika, stop scratching my cherry tree. She is always scratching that tree. But anyway, let me go get my trimmers and we'll head to the first 3 that are back here in the long border at the back of the garden here. And then all of the rest are along the edges of the both flower beds on both sides of the house. So we'll go to those after we start with the 3 back here. So let me show you those 3 after I go grab my trimmers. All right, got my trimmers, and I'm going to head back here to the first 3. I don't have my gloves. I don't think I'm going to need my gloves for this. And my goal is to try to get 3 clippings from each Mexican heather that I have, and that should give me the 60 that I need. So, yeah, because I went around earlier and counted how many I have. So that should give me the 60 if I get 3 clippings from each plant. One is kind of small, so I don't know if I'll be able to get that many from it, but we'll see. But here's the Mexican heather that I'm going to cut from first. This is the largest of what I have on in my garden, front or backyard. All right, so you can see I have a small little collection here of 3. And these are the largest ones, so I may have to compensate from some of my smaller plants by getting more from this one. So let's get some cuttings and then let's head to the front garden. so we've got 9 here. And I'm probably going to just go ahead and cut one more, make it an even 10 off of these 3. All right, let's head to the front garden. Okay, so this is my pile. So let's see how many I have here. I've got paper cups to put them in. And I noticed that I don't have any more seed starting soil. So I'm going to put them in the paper cups and put water in them. And then I'm going to go run and get some seed starting soil, and then we'll get them planted. But I've got 1, 2, and they're various sizes, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, we dropped 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it's tiny, we'll put you aside, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 40 so far. We've got this big one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, So that's 10 big ones, and then we'll add to that these smaller ones for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 20, 40, 60 right there. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 68 total. Let's go see what Tika has gotten herself into. Tika, come here. Come here. You know better. No, no. She knows not to come on the side of the garage, but she's still nosy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. She knows better. Come on. You know better than to go over there. By the way, guys, look it. The yarrow is actually blooming. It's kind of crazy, but it's blooming. I don't know why it's blooming in January, but it was blooming when I got back from vacation. Look at that. Yeah. Nature is strange. All right, so to get back to what we were doing, we have 68 in various sizes, some larger ones, medium ones, smaller ones. And I feel like some of the larger ones could even be broken down into more, but we'll see how it goes. For right now, I'm going to fill the cups with water, and I'm going to pull off all of the lower leaves on them and put them in a few cups just so that they don't dry out while I get some seed starting soil. And I have my trays out that I wanted to put them in, but I can't find 2 of them. It's a set of 5. I can't find 2 of them, and so I don't know. I have to look in the garage again. But let me show you what they look like. I'll either use those, or maybe I will like run to Dollar Tree or something and get some small cups that I can put some soil in and put them in the cups. So while I'm out to get the soil starter mix, maybe I'll do that as well. And we will get them started today. So let me show you the trays that I have and see what I'm thinking about using. All right, so this is supposed to be a set of 5. You get your silicone bottomed trays with the hard, solid top, and the tray to hold water that it sits inside, and then it has the plastic dome lid on it with the vent holes that you can close and open. So I was going to originally do my cuttings in these, but maybe I'll do cups, maybe I'll do these, I don't know, but I have to find my other 2. These are trays of 12, so 5 would give me 60, so these 5 would be perfect for those. But I also need to start seeds, so I need to get more trays and things like that. But let's go run and get some seed starting soil, and we'll just stop at the Dollar Tree and get some of the shorter plastic cups as a just in case, and we'll go from there. But before we do that, I'm just going to kind of show you how I'm going to prep them. I'm going to grab one. Hang on. All right, so these are some smaller cuttings of the Mexican heather, so you can see. So what you typically want to do is make sure you remove as much of the leaves as possible, about 70%, leaving the bare stem. And you really want to try to get softer wood. I know that these are a little bit harder wood. We're going to see how they go. But you basically you're just going to make sure that the majority of it is free of leaves. And this is going to go in your starter soil. But for now, we're just going to put it in the cup in water. So that's the plan. Let's go get some more of the things that we need, because I started this project without checking and not realizing that I ran out of some things. So we'll go get what we need. We'll get back and we'll get everything in their starter soil. So I'll be right back. All right, guys. Well, I am here in my kitchen to work on the counter, and I'm going to be planting the little clippings from what I have. This is 312 packs. That's 36. I've got them in cups here. I haven't put water in the cups yet. I'm going to go ahead and use the potting mix. I did not have to go anywhere to get it, actually. I ordered this from Home Depot and they delivered it literally within like an hour. So, real quick delivery. So I'm going to do what I have so I can get some started. And I'm going to order some more of these. And like I said, I'm going to look for my other two so that I can have my 60, because I want to get these going before I get my seedlings going. Just because the frost is coming, and if it takes them back a little bit, I want to at least have some good branches from them before that. So I'm working on my counter. I couldn't find my garden plastic. Well, it's dirty. Let me not say I couldn't find it. It's dirty. So I didn't want to have to clean it to bring it in here. So I've got like a one of your reusable shopping bags that's wipeable and can get wet and all that. So I'm just going to work on that. So again, I have an inner tray that holds water. I have this tray, which is really hard plastic up top, silicone on the bottom. We're going to fill it with the potting mix and for seed starting and clippings and things like that. And then we're going to just stick it in here. I do not typically use like the powder, the hormone powder to get it started. So we're just going to do this the regular way that I normally do it. And I need to find my scissors. They're usually in this drawer here. Here we go. So let's get this bag open. So, of course, Miss Tika is never far. She's been sitting at the back door whining about going outside. Although we've been out multiple times, we just actually took a walk to the front, just me and her, just to get out and have a walk. So let's just spread this out. We don't want to waste any, so we're going to get up whatever spills. And these don't have to be filled to the top, like perfectly filled or anything like that. Because after they take root, I will move them to a bigger pot. And my hope is that I will have some beautifully rooted plants by March. So I have already gone through all of them and removed the majority of the seedling. I've got seedlings on the brain. The majority of the lower branches to basically stick in here like that. This one could actually go in something bigger. So what I'm going to do is first start with all the smaller ones, and we'll replant these. And also, just to make a point, you see how this is more of a hardened wood, and this is green, more of a softer wood. These tend to have better luck, but I cut what I could, and we're just going to see how it does. So any that are kind of long, I will put in maybe like some of the shorter paper cups, which or whatever, but we're going to fill this up today, and I will probably be able to do multiples in these because I have way more than 60 by the time I finished. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's do like 2. Although I don't need more, I'm just going to kind of drop in more of the starter mix as I go. All right, so let's just keep going. We'll start with 2 and we'll work our way to more if need be to make sure that we have some nice, thick, healthy plants. And a good root system. That's the most important thing. We want a really good root system. All right, so that is the first one. And again, this is a tray of 12. So that's one. And I'm just going to use a water bottle to spritz these and to get them watered really well. So we'll do all of that after the fact. So let's do the second one. And then we will be done. Well, not the second one. We'll do the second and third one. And we'll be done for now. Like I said, I have to find my other 2, and I'll just do the rest off camera. But I just wanted to do some to show you what it looks like. So we'll do these, and I'll get the others done once I find my other 2 trays out in the garage. And I was in there going through everything like crazy. I know they're out there. I just have to look a little bit more. But I wanted to go ahead and show you this in the meantime. So we'll get these other 2 done. I'll do the rest later once I find my other 2, and that will be my 60 or more, depending on if I still end up with extras. Like I said, I'm going to be getting more of these trays. So in doing that, I can put whatever extra in those trays. In addition, I'll be doing my seeds, and I'll show you that in the next video. So I want to try to grow by seed as many of the things as I can for this season because things are just so expensive. And if I can get, some things done by seed, that will just help me out so much. Hi. You're wondering what is all of this? Yeah. Tika. Well, we spilled a little bit on the counter. You're blocking the camera. Well, I don't know if you're going to be able to see what I'm doing because Tika has taken it upon herself to just block the camera. So, to block my tray here with what I'm doing. So hopefully you can see. All right, guys. Well, we have all 3 trays done. So this is 36 plants, 12, 24, 36. And again, we need 60. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with branches on here giving me more. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we've got 21 left. So 36 and 20 is 66. So we've got plenty and some extra. Oh, 21, 22, 23. So 60, 36 and 20 is 66, and then 3, 4, 5, 71. Okay, so we got plenty, needless to say. So I'm going to find the rest, do that off camera. Next video, when I'm doing my seeds, I will show you the seeds I'm doing, and I'll show you how I what it looks like after these are finished. And I'm going to be storing them upstairs along with all my seedlings and stuff. I'm going to be using one of the rooms upstairs for my growing room, so to speak, this year. It's a temporary space for right now. We're going to work on something more permanent and long term, but we're going to use the space we have. And I am so happy that I've got these. And if I can pull this off, man, that's going to be a great savings. And I can say that I did these myself. So anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. Me and Miss Tika right here. We thank you for joining us today in the garden and here inside getting these cuttings propagated. So thank you. I will see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Consider subscribing if you enjoy the content. And I will see you next time. Bye.